Hi everyone and welcome to today's Drama Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. So after I'm done with the recap, I want to talk a little bit about Happy Feet because I talked with Cassie, I did some research, and I think I may have pinpointed why I seem to hate the movie that everybody else loves. But let's get right to it. Drama Hospital, the reason why we're here. So at the penthouse suite in the Metro Court, Nina has it all set up for them. It's going to be super romantic. You know, it's still Valentine's Day there. Actually, did they even reference Valentine's Day yesterday? I don't even remember. Is that bad? I feel like that's bad. Did they reference it yesterday? No, because it was like Hayden and the firing, so they didn't even reference. I feel like today's episode was supposed to be yesterday's episode, but with all the delays and everything, like they haven't been able to sync the episodes up right. But anyway, not important. But that means any guessing game things for Valentine's Day count for today too. So, and probably tomorrow and the rest of the week, because Valentine's Day. But anyway, it's all romantic. She's waiting for, you know, it's what you do. Also, like downstairs in the Metro Court, like in the restaurant, Lulu and Dante are there for, you know, to have a Valentine's Day dinner, and they're doubling with Maxie and Nathan, and like both, you know, pairs want to keep the conversation light. You know, let's not mention the fact that Nina fired you, and let's not talk about, you know, Valentine and stuff like that. You know, normal people conversation. What is going on with my bangs today? I don't know. Same thing that goes on with them every day. Maxie kind of has my hairstyle, and I'm like honored because she's Maxie, you know. And Dante gets a call, so he has to leave the table for a hot second. And Lulu apologizes for what happened to Crimson. And Maxie's like, oh, everything's fine. Don't worry about it, you know. And then Nathan spots Nina, like, in the corner. Because she's come down. I'll talk about that in a hot second. Dante comes back and gets Lulu. They have to have, like, a real talk real fast. Turns out the custody trial is going to start next week. And Valentine has, like, a shark for a lawyer who's never lost. So they're going to have to, like, prep. At the table, Nathan calls Nina over. He wants to get Maxie her job back. And I'm, like, sitting here like, yeah, this will go well. Nathan, you totally understand the situation right now. It's tense. Nina wants to make a quick getaway, but he hopes they can mend fences. And I'm like, is it nice up there in Dream World? Like, does it get cold sometimes? Because I'd like to go there. And Nina isn't having it. She stands behind firing her, and she's like, I trusted you with Charlotte, and this, that. And the whole time I'm thinking, not one of those reasons was anything professional or how Maxie did her job. So she fired her for personal reasons, which... could that not be a lawsuit? Like, seriously, could Maxie not sue to get her job back? Or, you know, she could run the magazine. We all know she could do it. She practically was doing it. So I see a potential storyline here. And so I'm kind of, part of me is hoping they don't mend fences. Because if they do, you know, that storyline's out the window. But I would love to see Maxie fight Nina for Crimson and take what is rightfully hers. Because let's be real, it's rightfully hers. Kate would want her to have it. She would. Connie, you know, however we left that. Anyway, Maxie confesses to Lulu when Lulu comes back to the table that Nina fired her, and Maxie, she takes full responsibility for what she did. It's not Lulu's fault at all, and she's like, we're in this together. Lulu said that. Maxie said that they're in this together. Maxie backs her 100%. And I'm like, yes, I love to see them, like, work together, because the best things happen when they work together, as far as I can remember, which apparently I can't even remember yesterday. So what are you going to do? And also at the Metro Court, at the bar, Anna and Andre are at the bar, as she has a migraine, and I've been having horrible headaches too. I think it's my glasses. I think I need to get my prescription updated, because it's been like 4 days that, like, by 4 o'clock my head is killing me, and I'm pretty sure that's not good. And so I, like, relate to Anna right now, like, really hard. And she tells Andre what Carl told her, that, you know, she put Valentine on this kill list, but it bothers her that, like, at least before she had, like, an inkling of a memory and just needed to, like, build on it, but with this, she has nothing, and that bothers her, needless to say. And Andre tells Anna that Jordan and he broke up, and then Nina comes down to the Metro Court. Well, she was already down there. Anna spots her. She's there to exchange the champagne that, like, she got, like, the whatever package with the suite that, like, you got food and wine or champagne or whatever, and she wants to exchange it. And I'm like,
that's not classy.
I don't know if you heard that, because I'm mic'd up, but my mom just went, that's not classy. I did like a different tone, because I feel like you wanted that tone, you know?
Thank you.
She said thank you. I don't know how much I can hear out of this. Anna leaves, and Andre is going to find, like, a new place because this is way too, like, Valentine's Day for him. At, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the hotel, but I'm not quite sure. Curtis is visiting a woman. She's in town for a conference. Who is she? Say a name, say a name. When no one's around you, say, baby, I love you. I know that song. So she has what appears to be cocaine with her, and he says he's been clean for 6 years, and she's still an occasional user. And I was like, I see a storyline and a new character, and he wants to take her somewhere. At Windermere, Charlotte doesn't want to go wherever she's going, Mrs. Evans' family. And she sees this as a special day for Valentine, too, because, Valentine's Day. And I remember when I used to say it wrong, and nostalgia. And she drew him a picture with a blonde added to the family, and he asked if it's Lulu. And me mom thinking, please be Lulu, but no, it's Claudette, not Lulu. And I'm like, of course it's Claudette, not Lulu. Why would it be Lulu? And I'm like, yeah. And I don't know. I don't get the whole... I don't know. I can't. So he shows her the engagement ring that he got Nina, and he got her a present too. He got her like an emerald bracelet, her birthstone, and they're heading out, and he leaves the ring. I don't know. When did Valentine's Day become like a mass gift thing that like you give anyone a gift? Like I mean, I don't get it to begin with couples wise, like even that, but when did it become like Happy Valentine's Day to like anyone, even like immediate family? I'm like, I don't get it. I'm not a holiday person though. Like I barely do the big holidays. So I mean that's just me. It's kind of our family thing, The only holiday I celebrate is St. Patrick's Day. And I think we all know why that is. And if you don't, it's because it's my birthday. Don't sing happy birthday. So Anna breaks into Windermere after they leave, and she's planning a bug, and she comes across the ring, and it's like, oh. And then Valentine comes back, he gets the ring and immediately leaves, and Anna, like, sneaks back out. But he's back again. He knew she was there, and, why is she there? And he's like, look, Anna, I'm an open book. You don't have to, like, plant bugs. Just ask me stuff. And she's like, why did you leave the WSB? Why did I want you dead? Like, tell her what happened. And then she starts collapsing and passes out, the migraines, and I'm like, is this my future? Probably gonna go lay down. Not back at the PCPD, Ava wants Scott to get her out of there, and the cops think she killed Morgan, and he says, well, we both know you kinda did. And she's like, no, I'm being set up, and he's not buying her innocent act, and she's like, I'm talking about the bomb and not the pills, right? And he's like, what? No, I didn't know that. And he calls Julian, or no, not that. Julian, and she says that Julian's not saying much, so he calls Julian, and he won't come down to the station, and he tells him to be a good lawyer, and Scott's like, what? And then makes another call, and he asks Ava what's going on with Julian, and she wonders if it's time to tell the cops about tampering with Morgan's meds for a lesser charge, because, that'll definitely make you look less guilty. I feel like it's such a Scrooge now, but I don't know. I appreciate it, and I'm glad it's like a day of love. Love should always be celebrated. I don't get the transition of it becoming like just couples or just significant others to like just anyone. Like someone I met like 2 weeks ago texted me Happy Valentine's Day, which is nice, and I said it back to her, but like, cause she celebrates it with her significant other, it like texted to like friends and stuff, and I was like, oh, like it made me feel good, but I'm like, when did this happen? Like, anyway, I feel like I'm, what do you think I'm like anti-Valentine's Day or anything? At Kiki's, she's anti-Valentine's Day. Alright, she is. So focus all that on her. And, no, Kiki. I just said at Kiki's. Oh. It's just, don't listen to me. So she's like, they're gonna go to like an anti-Valentine's Day party, but Dylan comes over and he has like this big heart and like a stuffed bear and this, that, and the other thing. And he seems upset that he doesn't appreciate the stuff he got her. And, he got her. And, like, she's like, oh, I guess you didn't get my text about the anti-Valentine's Day, blah, blah, blah. But turns out he's just playing with her. He's just having fun. He saw the look on her face and had to go with it. So they're both nervous but excited. And, they're a holiday couple. Like, Sam and Silas, R.I.P., were, like, a disaster couple. Like, anything they went to turned out to be a disaster, which I miss, to be quite honest with you. I appreciated that part of their relationship. So someone's calling Kiki, and she finally answers. It's about Morgan, and her mom was arrested for his murder. You know, just like any Valentine's Day, you want that kind of surprise. Okay, so I say I'm not a holiday person, but I'm currently looking at a 6-foot statue of a nutcracker. So, like, I feel like I'm sending mixed signals to the world, and I know I'm back on this, but, like...
You haven't left it. I don't think it's such a big deal.
I don't either. I don't want to come off like I'm not, like, I don't know. So back at the PCPD, Kiki and Dylan arrive, and Jordan takes Kiki to Ava, and I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. So Ava immediately says she didn't do it, and she had nothing to do with the bomb, and Kiki wants to believe her, but all she can hear is Ava saying how bad Morgan is for her, and how, scheming to break them up, and this, that, and the other thing. And Kiki hopes she didn't have a part in this, and Kiki says if she finds out Ava did anything to Morgan, that'll be the end of them, and she will lose her forever. And I'm like... I love this Kiki. I love backbone Kiki. And then she also says, Ava, when she leaves the room, she tells Scott, look, Ava could use you right now, and she just wants to leave. Back at Kiki's, I know, is it Franco's? Is it Nina's? It's Kiki's. Well, I think we can all, agree on that. So she wants to leave her mother, because the other option destroys her, and Dylan points out, again, she keeps pushing Dylan away, because, she doesn't want to burden him with this stuff, which I totally get, because, I'm that kind of person. But he points out he's the son of a serial killer, and he gets, the darkness, and, it's not going to drive him away, and don't try to drive him away. He wants to be there for her every step of the way. At the floating rib, Andre found himself there, and Jordan's there, too, so that's not awkward at all. So he walks up to her, he's, kind of reminiscing about their first date there, and how, great it was, and then Curtis comes in, and I think he thinks that they're going to be there together, because he's like, why'd you let me, go on like that? And then he, storms out, and Jordan's like... And then Curtis sits at her table. End scene. Nathan has a feeling everything will work out fine. I'm like, yeah, because you live up in the clouds and speak French and are just gorgeous. And Maxie says that she may have to commute to the city if she wants, a fashion job. And he says that they could just move there. And she's like, I don't know. And then he's like, well, we didn't think we'd be here. And they're so cute. And I love them. And, I love them so much. So Lulu and Dante are definitely prepping for the trial. And they're both worried about the trial, and he says they're in this together, and they'll make it. And Ava's thinking if she got out on bail, she'd be in danger. So maybe for the time being, stay in jail, because, safety. Dylan's going to give Kiki space, but he's going to be there for her whenever, and then she asks him to stay. Jordan is, awkwardly walking up to Curtis's table, because he's, facing her, and he's like, oh, yeah, hi. So, I think she thinks he wants her to, sit at the table, and then Mystery Lady comes in. He might have said her name right in the beginning, and I missed it. I will totally concede to that. And she, then Jordan leaves the floating rib, because, he's obviously there on a date, and it's Nina is still waiting for Valentine, and she's calling him, and she's like, what's keeping you? I'm here waiting for you. Valentine is panicking for Anna. He seems like he genuinely cares, and he's genuinely concerned. I cannot get a read on this guy 100%, which I think is a good thing, because I think if a character's 100% good or 100% bad, it's very simple. So, I like complex like this. And he picks Anna up, and he's going to get her help, and I'm like, what is happening? I love the mystery. I'm honestly enthralled in this, to be quite honest with you. So let's see if we got any guesses right. Looks like the killing thing could still happen, so we'll put that on the I can't think of the word, but right now, and that they're getting serious. That looks like it's going to happen, and that's pretty much everything on the docket that looks like it could happen. So let's, okay, so official end of recap. Boom, okay. Oh, that was funny, I did that and that showed up. Okay, so I think I might have figured out the reason that I seem to be this happy feet Scrooge, and I was talking with Cassie last night when I went over to her house to give her her birthday present, which is 2 weeks late, but that's Amazon's fault, that's not mine. And I was telling her about it, and she's like, I love the movie. What are you talking about? So, okay, there will be spoilers here, so if you haven't seen Happy Feet in the last 11 years, then you can turn away now, but if you have, I'm going to speak freely about it. I think I was on a date at the time when I saw Happy Feet with someone I no longer talk with, so again, that could be clouding my feelings, but I remember at the time, even in the theaters, I was like, what? Like, I didn't like it. And I think it's because to me it was like too real. And and I got very caught up on the zoo part where like before everything is like working out, you know, where he like almost goes like crazy from what I remember. And and it was very, that movie really pushed like the environmental impact and like kind of the not sadness, but like the action that needed to be taken on that, which good, that's like a good message. But I think for me at the time it was like way too real, because I was very like into that at the time. It was what, 2006, 2007, so I was like a freshman in high school, and like I think An Inconvenient Truth had like just come out, and I like just watched it, and I was very like concerned, and like the whole thing I like feel very deeply and very empathetically, so like just the thought of all of it, like it really bothers me, especially back then being like 14, 15. So I think that's all those factors contributed to me not liking Happy Feet, which is just, what do you like? That's the only thing I can think of. That part just totally overtook everything, and I'm like, I didn't like this movie. So now that we've unraveled what I think was the cause, I think we could put this to bed, hopefully, or if we want to continue to talk about it, we can. But I will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.